I'd like to call to order the July 23rd meeting of the Code Enforcement and Nuisance Board. Roll call.
Dearborn.
Here.
Gonzalez.
Here.
Harmon.
Here.
All right, we will now approve our minutes from the June 25th meeting. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to read those minutes. If
So moved.
All right. Second. Harmon, Dearborn. Roll call.
Dearborn.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
All right, now if the staff will stand up so I can swear you in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, thank you. Madam Clerk?
Agenda item 2024-33 is for animal protection. This is an appeal to a citation for case number 2024-5401, citation number 2024-8950 in the amount of $180.04 for the property located at 1705 South Sunrise Drive. The owner of the property is Paul D. and Davida McFarland. The respondent is Mr. McFarland, and Mr. McFarland is here in the to speak with the board today. Officer Katja Ford will present the case.
Right. So this case was the result of a dispatch call on June the 12th of 2024. Upon arrival at the scene, the following violations were observed: dangerous or vicious animal and improper or inadequate care of animals. It was determined that a pit bull living at the location was kept outdoors without fresh water, food, or observed adequate shelter. Do we have any pictures of that? On the date of the incident, the dog was able to get loose, run off the property, and attacked a smaller dog being walked on a leash by its owner. The smaller dog suffered substantial injuries and did not survive. During the investigation of the incident, other neighbors and witnesses approached animal control officers and reported the same dog frequently runs loose and allegedly has killed other animals in the past, most recently including a rooster. A citation was issued and posted on the property, as well as sent by first-class and certified mail to the PVA-listed owner and address. The compliance inspection date listed on the citation was June 24th of 2024, which was postponed due to the filed appeal. The dog was impounded and held at the Bowling Green, Warren County Humane Society until the owner could provide proof of a proper enclosure, muzzle, harness, and agreement to abide by vicious, dangerous ordinance regarding transport of the animal. As of July 23rd, the case has been open for 40 days, and the dog remains at the Humane Society.
Arlen, if you'll come up, I'll swear you in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. McFarland, if you'll give us your side of the story.
I know the ordinance specifies that the owner's responsible. This is a case where the woman, Section 8, she signed the lease stating that she wouldn't have any pets on the lease that was specified in the lease. So several months went by, and I went to the house, and when I was there next door, I thought I heard a dog bark inside the house. So I asked her about that, and she said she had the dog, but she would keep it crated when she was gone, and it wouldn't be any problem. So that was a conversation that I had, and so I was unaware that she had the dog outside or running outside or loose. And so I get the call from code enforcement that the dog has killed another little dog. So when that happened, I immediately contacted her and told her that under no circumstances would she be able to bring that dog back to that property And if she was intending to do that, she could just go ahead and plan on moving. So when I first found out about the dog, of course, she's on Section 8, and if I do something there to terminate the lease for the violation, of course, she probably loses her Section 8 subsidy. So she had said that she was probably going to be moving to a larger unit in a few months anyway, so I thought, well, I guess I can tolerate that for a while. So that's why I stuck with it, and what happened, and I know that the property owner by the ordinance has the responsibility for what happens on the property. And I agree with having codes and with having ordinances and with having control and all that. If we didn't have those things, there would be a real problem, The one thing I think is that the person who's responsible for the issue should take responsibility, and they should have some liability in the situation. The person that has the dog, if they have a dog and they know that it is a dangerous dog, they should be subject to some kind of fine or some kind of penalty for the dog being out and for the dog causing a problem like that. So she had first, she contacted me first after this incident and said that she was going to go pay the fine. But of course, she hadn't paid the fine, and she's not going to pay the fine, I'm sure. So the situation is that, I just feel like the person that created the problem should have responsibility, and I don't think the dog should be back there under any circumstance. If you classify a dog as a dangerous dog, I just don't think the dog should be back. I think the dog should probably be euthanized. These dogs are a problem in the country. There's over 100 people killed by dogs last year in the United States. Probably 30 to 40,000 or more dog bites with people. So they are an issue, and I don't know. But I just feel like the person who created the problem should be responsible if there is a fine for paying the fine.
I have one question real quick. Once you learned she had a dog, how often did you go back and go around the house, inspect the house to make sure that the dog was kept inside?
I didn't go back over there and check. I have a lot of properties, and I don't have time to run by and check on stuff like that. So I didn't.
Now, did she have this dog when she first moved in, as best you can tell, or did she get it through after she had already moved in and signed the lease and everything?
As far as I know, she didn't have I didn't discover that the dog was there until 6 or 7 months into she was there, So, and then I did discuss it with her, and I said, you're not supposed to have an animal here. It's, in the lease, and you're not supposed to have it. And then at that time, she assured me the dog wouldn't be a problem. It'd be kept in a crate if she was gone, and that sort of thing, So I thought she was doing that. It wouldn't damage the house, and it wouldn't be a problem, So I thought if she was probably going to move in a few months anyway, I'd tolerate it for that period of time and not create a problem for her. So,
Did she say where she got the dog from? Did she get it from a kennel? Did she get it from, where'd she got it from?
I don't know where she got it. I don't know.
Katya, the dog that was killed, was that a neighbor's dog, or do they know where that?
He lives a few houses down, walks there daily. He has actually 2 dogs. I did not get to see the dog because by the time I arrived, he tried to rush his dog to the vet and it died on the way. So multiple neighbors came up and said this pit bull mauled the dog. And as the gentleman tried to rip out his dog, almost got the man, did not bite him though, but almost did get the gentleman that owned the smaller dog. So he walks there daily. He walks it on a leash. There's a walkway right in front of the house. I was not there. I did not witness this part, but it was believable simply because there was multiple neighbors there that said, yes, we've seen it. There was the neighbor direct next door, then a neighbor that lives actually in apartment B. Then there was a neighbor across the street. So they all witnessed it, and they confirmed, yes, the dog just chased out there with no any kind of regrets of what the dog's doing, and then went back into the yard. So.
So, Mr. McFarland, one thing that, and you alluded to yourself, even though it was somebody else who brought the dog in, it's still ultimately your property that you're in charge of. And, you know, by not removing her or making sure the dog was removed initially, that still puts you in liability for whatever happens, whether she was going to pay for it or not. It kind of puts you still in that spot of you're the person that ultimately is going to be held responsible for whatever the actions are. So with that, I'd like to make a motion to uphold the citation and fine in the amount of $180.04.
I'll second that.
Dearborn, Harmon.
Let me ask you this. I guess the man that lost his dog was out some vet bill. Could we just, I give him the $180? If I'm, you know, it's a type thing where he lost his dog, and then I guess he had a vet bill too, I think. So I don't know.
Well, that citation and fine would be for the city only. Anything regarding him and his pet, you'd have to work out with him, and that would be between you and him.
Just saying, as an alternative to the fine, can I give him the $180 if he had, rather than giving it to the city?
That's possible, so, yeah. All right, roll call.
Dearborn,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. So you'll pay your citation and fine to the city, and like I said, anything else will be between y'all two.
Okay.
Clerk? We have no old business, so on to new business.
Agenda item 2024-34 is for Contractors Licensing Board. This is a request to dismiss the citation and fine for case number 2024-5336, citation number 2024-0227 in the amount of $500 for the location at 1605 Avenue of Champions. The business owner was Precision Construction and Contracting, and Officer Holly Warren will present the case.
Yes, so on May the 9th of '24, we caught this company. We shortened it to PCC Sports, but they were working at the Houchin Stadium, and we issued them a violation notice. What happened was we got the violation notice. Apparently, the person that did the paperwork emailed the application and all the documents that we requested the very next day by their due date to our license inspector, who somehow got rid of the email. And we didn't know it. This is a housekeeping issue, and I hate to only come up before you all when we've done something wrong, but we, somehow it got accidentally deleted. They showed us proof. They sent the email. It had all the appropriate documents in it. They did apply by the deadline. We had sent them a notice of intent that we were gonna file the citation, but they threw it away because they had already applied. So it was just a mass communication error on all of our parts, and so we asked that that citation be voided and that you dismiss the fine.
I'll make the motion to dismiss the citation and fine.
Second, Harmon, Dearborn. Roll call.
Dearborn,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
Thank you all. Also, we have another one.
Agenda item 2024-35 for Contractors Licensing Board is another request to dismiss the citation and fine for case number 2024-5746, citation number 2024-0254 in the amount of $500 for the property located at 1324 Production Avenue, and the business owner was Gibbons HVAC.
So, this is an odd one. Our inspector went to OI Glass, Inc., then, there at 1324 Production Avenue on May 23rd, and he met a guy on site who was doing HVAC work, who identified himself as Gibbons HVAC. Then he went to his truck, and when he came back to hand, he had written all the documents. So we've had Gibbons before, they were just out. So we were writing a violation notice, and the guy was gone. So we left it with another individual on site. The inspector was there and several other people, and we left it and we just said, here, give this to Gibbons. So we start calling him from our office. He's out of state and has been nowhere near this project. So we went and investigated further. We contacted all the HVAC inspectors to see how many HVAC companies were on that job site. Then we went and made sure that nobody hired Gibbons HVAC for this project. Nobody, it wasn't a sub of a sub. We followed all our dots, and we knew that they were not on this site. So we're not sure the individual, he didn't get a picture of him, and we didn't get his ID. So we're not sure where the fellow went, if he had an axe to grind with Gibbons, whatever. It landed into this citation fine, but they weren't on site. And so we can't issue this. We're asking for it to be voided and dismissed. And in the future, we hope that we don't have as many of these when we come before you all, because we just continue to ask you to forgive them, and I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to dismiss both the citation and fine.
Second.
Dearbone, Gonzalez, roll call?
Dearbone,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Agenda item 2024-36 is for code compliance. This is a request for authorization to issue a per-day fine citation, case number 2023-1265, for the property located at 1620 Curd Drive. The owner of the property is Karen Rudis, Kevin and Mark Birch, and Officer Heather Lashley will present the case.
Good evening. This case was the result of special targeted area enforcement on March 31st, 2023. During the inspection, the following violations were observed: scattered garbage, exterior use for storage of indoor furniture, missing or inadequate protective treatment, accumulation of junk, scrap metal, accumulation of construction and landscaping debris, accumulation of rubbish or garbage. A notice of violation was sent to the PVA listed owner and address on March 31st, 2023, with a compliance inspection date of April 17th, 2023. On April 19th, 2023, the property was inspected and remained in violation. While leaving a door hanger, one of the property owners, Ms. Radice, came to the door. She was informed she had until the end of that week to show progress and until May 3rd, 2023, to have the entire property cleaned up. Between May and November 2023, the property was inspected 19 times and remained in violation. On November 27th, 2023, the property was inspected and remained in violation. A citation was issued and posted on the property, as well as sent by first class and certified mail to the PVA listed owner and address. The compliance inspection date listed on the citation was December 7th, 2023, and the following violations were added to the citation: accumulation of tires stored outdoors. You can see there's a lot going on there. A lot of junk, rubbish, tires, furniture in there. That property has been in shambles for a little while. On December 8, 2023, the property was inspected and remained in violation. The property owner called that same day, stating they would have everything done by Monday, December 11th, if given more time. Between December 11th, 2023 and January 17th, 2024, the property was inspected several times and remained in violation. On January 24th, 2024, the property was inspected and remained in violation. A citation was issued and posted on the property, as well as sent by first class and certified mail to the PVA listed owner and address. The compliance inspection date listed on the citation was February 5th, 2024. You'll see there the pictures from the second citation that was issued in January. This property was inspected in February 5 times and remained in violation each time. The property owner called to advise her father passed away on February 26, 2024. She was given additional time as a result. I tried to work with her for a few weeks there to give her a little time since her dad had passed away. Between March 7, 2024 and May 3, 2024, the property was inspected 5 times and remained in violation. On May 3, 2024, the property was inspected and remained in violation. A citation was issued and posted on the property, as well as sent by first class and certified mail to the PVA listed owner and address. The compliance inspection date listed on the citation was May 13, 2024, and the following violation was added to the citation: inoperable vehicle. So you can see from November as of late until this May, I mean, not much has changed. In fact, it's gotten worse. Even you'll see some pictures from today. As of July 2023, this case has been open for 481 days and remains in violation. All attempts at voluntary compliance have been exhausted, and the property continues to generate complaints to our office.
Is this property, does anybody live in it? Is it vacant?
I think they come and go, Gene, to be honest with you. The dad was the major resident there. Although it was in his children's name, he lived there until he passed away back in February. So I think they come and go. Now, I can't say if anybody's there permanently. I'm not real sure.
So now do they respond when you reach out? I know her father passed away back in
She
September.
actually had made a little headway, very small. Had done some cleaning up, but unfortunately, recently I've noticed that there is a gentleman who is a known junker in town that's kind of hanging out over there, and you can see, I think he's even in some of my pictures I took earlier this morning, but she's kind of backslidden a little bit. Instead of getting better and progressing, like I'd given her more time and more time and more time to do, it's just gotten worse.
Okay, I'll make the motion to implement a per-day fine in the amount of $100 to run for a period of 60 days until in compliance.
Second.
Harmon, Gonzalez. Roll call?
Earbone,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.
Do we have any comments or announcements? Our next hearing date will be Tuesday, August 27th.
Need to go in closed session.
All right.
That's some threatened litigation, sir.
Right. So I will make a motion that we go into closed session.
I'll second.
All right.
Be quick.
Roll call.
Sorry. Roll call.
Earbone,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Harmon.
Yes.